Okay, I really do enjoy Matt Smith as the Doctor. I think he's one of my favorite Doctors so far. The thing is, though, I'm not quite sure that the writers are letting him live up to his potential. He can be, I think, the next Tom Baker kind of Doctor. I don't know why more writers don't try to emulate that formula. Nowadays, they always seem to be trying to make the Doctor indecisive or comically bungling or just kind of borderline incompetent who just manages to pull things off in the last minute or are always getting angry or flustered and that's been done, you know? Why can't we have a Tom Baker kind of Doctor again? And Matt Smith, I think he approaches this more than most do, naturally. Um, Tom Baker, nothing ruffled him, you know, nothing got under his skin. He was able to take everything, no matter how bizarre it was. He was able to accept whatever he saw. And I think that Matt Smith could be the next that kind of Doctor. But they just, well, like in this episode, for a large part of it, he just spends it kind of astonished or, you know, falling over himself, trying to figure out what's going on, and he pulls it off in the end, though, and that's the kind of Doctor I like to see, the Doctor who actually is on top of things. So I did like that part. Oh, I'm sorry, what am I doing? I'm talking about The Bells of St. John, the latest Doctor Who season premiere, and it was an alright episode. It was good. I had some good villains. Like I said, I think that Matt Smith still hasn't really been allowed to come into his own as the Doctor. It's like every writer wants for the Doctor that like they want it for their episode to be the episode where the Doctor falters, where he's caught off guard or something, where he's rendered afraid or angry or vulnerable, but it's every freaking episode. Why can't we just have a Doctor for once who really knows what he's doing? I mean, this is the oldest Doctor yet, right? He's been around for 1,000 years, well over 1,000 years. Shouldn't he know what he's doing by now? Shouldn't he be ultra competent? I mean, if you do anything for long enough, you start to get good at it. So what's this Doctor's excuse? Why is he so caught off guard all the time? It doesn't suit Matt Smith's portrayal of the Doctor. This is a Doctor who can really just... He can be the slick Doctor. You know, the kind of Doctor who is the utmost experienced Doctor that there is. But you know what? We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I thought he pulled it off better in the first run of his series. Anyway, the episode was all right. Yeah, I think it could have gone better. I gotta say, Jenna Louise Coleman as Clara Oswin Oswald. She just bugs me. That's a problem I've had lately with this run of Doctor Who since Stephen Moffat took over. I like the man's plotting, but he tends to Mary Sue a lot. You know what that is? It's Mary Sue is an unfortunate tendency that some very good writers have to create perfect female characters, just characters who are just absolutely charismatic and so special and unique and kind of a Bella Swan syndrome, I guess. Well, I didn't much care for the last companion. What was her name? God, I'm terrible with names. What was her name? No. Amelia Pond, yeah. She got kind of insufferable after a while. I want companions. I want people traveling with the Doctor who have genuine vulnerabilities, you know? I want companions who aren't attractive, for one thing, who aren't sexy 20-somethings, you know? Rory Williams, he was a great companion. I liked him. He was one of the best, I think. Or, or the 10th Doctor's last companion. What was her name? She was one of my favorite companions. How come I don't remember anyone's name? It'll come to me. I'm terrible with names. But anyway, Clara Oswin Oswald. She just, I don't know, I find her kind of insufferable. I appreciate that there's this big mystery behind her, and that's nice. You know, that gives her a kind of intriguing edge, but I just don't get what's to like about her. She's so... It's like she's stuffing her charisma down your throat, you know? She's got this smirk. You know, she's got this wide-eyed smirk. You know, it seems like it's like her grin is trying to tear itself off her face. She's always got this. It's just, ugh. I just want her to stop smiling. That I don't know. We'll give it time. We'll give it time. I just. Why do all of the Doctor's companions lately have to be vivacious 20-somethings? I want him to have an ordinary person as his companion. And the Ninth Doctor said he only travels with the best, but, you know, I want someone who's not the best. Someone who will have to become the best, and isn't automatically a brilliant computer hacker who can outdo the Doctor in a variety of ways, who can sweep through the TARDIS and I'll show you how it's done. I want for the Doctor to be there to help someone up, to help them become a greater person, like he did with... What was her name? God, what the... The Runaway Bride, you know... What's wrong with me? Hold on. I'm getting to it. Donna Noble. Yes, she was one of my favorite companions. Because, you know, she didn't know what was really going on. She was pretty much unprepared for space travel. But, you know, she was honest and she meant well. And she was impatient. She wasn't perfect like Clara Oswald, who's so whimsical and clever and cute. Ugh. Or Amelia Pond. You know who was another one of my favorite companions? What was his name? Hold on. You know, the good man who went to war. Who goes to war. Oh, come on, where is it? I'm getting to it. That wasn't A Good Man Goes to War, was it? Alright. This is the other series. You know who I'm talking about, the really sweet old guy. Who wasn't a sexy young lady. Just hold on. What was the name of that episode that he was in? The 10th Doctor's last episode. God. Damn it, brain. I keep giving you jobs and you keep letting me down. What was the name of the episode that he was... You know what? I think I've made my point. Don't mention the names in the comments. They'll come back to me as soon as I turn off the camera. What's his name? It's on the tip of... Anyway, I want for companions who are uglier than the Doctor. Or something. That's what I want. I want a Doctor who's more competent and isn't always played for laughs. You know, he isn't always falling all over himself playing the clown. He doesn't need to be that all the time. And I want a companion who really needs him. I guess that's what I mean. Amy Pond, at least she needed the Doctor to guide her on her journey, I guess. Someone who really looked up to the Doctor, you know? I mean, call me old-fashioned. I mean, there's a time and a place for that and everything, and maybe it's been done, but maybe it's time to do it again. I just want... I want a Doctor who knows more than we do. That's what I'm saying, you know? And I want his companions to know only as much as we do. I don't want them to have any special powers or talents, or I don't want them to show up the Doctor. Seen in this episode, The Bells of St. John. She goes onto a computer. I can do it. I can find the location of the villains. Oh, well, I know computers now because it was beamed into my brain. She somehow knows that, so of course she does it. Well, Maybe next Christmas.